Welcome to the channel, everybody. Now today I've got a Scum 0.85 patch notes and quality of life update for you all, and it's a big one. There are some great changes and fixes in this and some new features also, so stick around to the end where I'll go through and explain them all. First off though, let's go through the bug fixes. So we've got fix the bug where you couldn't rest in the same bed again after resting in a vehicle. Fix the issue where clouds would cause flickering through foliage. This was one that was getting on my tits the past week, especially when I'm trying to record and it's just flicking about. It's just not good, but I'm glad they've got around to sorting that one out. As I said, really annoying little bug there, but I'm glad it's sorted. Other than that, they've fixed the issue where periodically replenishable resources multiplier would not be applied correctly. Fix the issue where some clothing items would dry too fast. Fix the issue where improvised grill grid would disappear too fast. Fix the issue where main menu would sometimes crash. Fix the bug where metal detector sound would stay active when you drop the detector on the ground while active. Fix the issue where destroyed vehicles would not despawn unless someone was near them for a long time. Resolve the issue where chests would disappear when they shouldn't. Hooray! Massive bug fix there. That has been a big one that a lot of players have been suffering from. I lost a box for the first time, I think it was last week when I was recording. Again, it was really annoying because it was holding all of my electrician tools, which are not easy to come across, and it means I have to go and now buy some again. But glad that's now fixed. We should no longer have disappearing chests, which is massive for Scum and for the player base. Now, they've also fixed the bug where deer's teeth were bulletproof and so they would survive headshots. No, really, that was the issue. So I'm guessing this has been one that they've been umming and ahhing about for a while now, trying to figure it out, but I'm glad they did. I haven't come across a deer myself since 0.85. I think that's mainly because I'm down in the south of the island and they don't spawn down there. But that's pretty funny. But I'm glad again that they've sorted that. Fix the bug where you could vomit, urinate and defecate on demand in vehicles. Fix the issue where sometimes settings would not apply when resetting them in default. And fix the issue where vehicles could not be brought due to spawn location marked as blocked incorrectly. Now, new feature that they brought in was the growth of tobacco plants. Now we can grow our own tobacco plants. This can be mixed with your cannabis, or you can roll cigarettes now. Or you can now take this down to the trader and sell it for a profit. Now you may be asking me why they haven't done this with the cannabis. The reason they probably haven't done it with the cannabis side of things of selling it to the trader in game is because in some countries it's illegal. And the way that they were probably able to put it in the game is by a loophole of saying that we're not going to allow players to be able to sell it as such. So as it's technically personal use, I think they may have got away with it in that terms of things. But again, with the tobacco plants, you can grow these now, you can harvest them and then bring them down to the trader and make a bit of money from them. So lovely jubbly right there. There's a few more little things that have been brought in to the game and we're going to go right now straight into them and I'm going to show you firsthand what they mean. Right, so as you can see here, we've got a big battery charger and a small battery charger. Now, these are new items that have been brought in. You will need a generator to be able to run these. So you will still need your gas to run your generators to be able to charge your batteries off of these battery packs. As you can see, we've got a small one and we've got a large one. Now, if you open the inventory, as you can see, you can only place 4 batteries inside of this. With the bigger one, you can place 18. With these blue batteries now, you can no longer recharge them. They are only single use. As you can see, the smartphone batteries still have 10 out of 10 uses. I'm not sure if this is a bug. If it's supposed to be here, I don't think it is. But the way they're doing it now is they'll run on a battery charge. So as you can see at the bottom here, we've got 11 days, 2 hours, 33 minutes and 36 seconds on this smartphone battery if we just left it how it is. Now, depending on what you're using these batteries in will depend how long they last for. So we'll stick this into our night vision goggles, as you can see, we'll stick this one into our night vision, and we'll get into the night vision scope in just a little bit. Remove the smartphone battery, we'll put one of these in here, because it's a single use, and we've got 8 days, 7 hours, 55 minutes use of it. But that's while it's off, okay? So if we now turn this on, sorry for blinding you. As you can see now, it only has 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 10 seconds remaining on it. So they will drain faster than what you can see when they're just in your inventory. What you can see in the inventory time until empty is if you just left it in a box and just went away for, say, 2 weeks, come back, all of these would be drained. Okay, just like your car battery will drain itself if you don't use your car. As you can see here, I've got a battery. It's got 7 days, 7 hours left on it. What we'll do is we'll put it inside the large battery container because it won't fit in the small one. We'll turn our generator on, and then we just need to turn this on. And as you can see here, time until charged, 59 minutes. Now this is real time, okay, this isn't in-game time. So I would advise you, if you're going to do this, to link this up before you log out for the evening, or whenever you log out. Put your batteries on charge, and then when you come back in and log back in, they should all be nice and charged for you, okay? So it may be a thing like with your exhaustion, when you rest in a bed and you recharge yourself. It's the same principle with here. I'd use that as in, put your batteries in this before you go and rest in your bed, turn it on, go and rest, log out. Okay, then your batteries are recharged as well as your character stamina will recharge, okay? Obviously with a small battery pack, it is 4 small batteries, and with these blue batteries, you can't recharge them, okay? You can fit this large battery pack and the small battery pack obviously in a hiking bag, which is useful. Nice little quality of life additions here. Obviously you're going to need a generator still to be able to run these, as I've said, but it means now we don't have to go run down to the trader just to buy ourselves a few batteries. You know, we could have 4 smartphone batteries with a small charger and then charge them when we log out, and we've got 4 batteries then to use for our next playthrough. Lovely jubbly. So right here we have a Volkswagen, as you can see. Now they've changed it, so we've got 100 out of 100 health on this car, and we can hit this car as many times as we like with arrows now, and this will not do damage to the car, okay? So beforehand you could fire arrows at the car and it would damage it. They've now changed this. Your arrows will stay in the car, but it won't do anything to it. And just to test this theory, pull out my pistol, and we're now at 90%. So nice little change there. You're not going to lose your car to a caveman with a bow and arrow anymore. Lovely. Okay, so up next we have craftable suppressors. Now they've changed these ever so slightly on the recipes for the crafting. So all you're going to need now is a bottle or a can, a hacksaw, and a bit of duct tape. So with the bottles, all you need is a bottle and the saw, and you can make yourself a bottled suppressor. With the can suppressor though, you're going to need a bit of duct tape for it, okay? So got our can, got our duct tape, got our saw. Go into crafting, either or of these. They're the same, just different colours, and we'll make one up quickly. Now, I had heard that these did get changed to single-use items, so as soon as you shot, it would destroy it. So we got 5 out of that suppressor then, before the 6th shot was allowed. Not bad. I feel they've improved that ever so slightly. Obviously, you're not going to get a full mag out of a improvised suppressor, even in real life. You know, you're going to absolutely destroy the thing. But what we'll do now, we'll just take this off here. We'll pop this one onto our Car 98, and we'll test this also. Okay then. So, with a Car 98, that absolutely shattered that improvised suppressor there. So, I'm guessing on heavier weapons, it's probably not going to do you any justice having one of these, but for your pistol, at least you can get 5 shots off before you make yourself known. Nice. Okay, so up next, we're going to go through the new night vision scope called the Vampire Scope. Now, this does have zeroing and range and everything else on it. Same as a normal scope, but it also has a night vision feature on it now. So while you're in this, I was pushing N for my normal hotkey for night vision. Nothing was happening. I'm not sure if they've got this set to a hotkey at the moment. I couldn't find it in the settings menu or pushing random buttons. So what you have to do is just go into your menu, right click on it and turn on night vision. And as you can see, we have a lovely night vision scope. But what you may realize is the outer circumference of the scope is all blacked out. So what we're going to do is going to pop our night vision goggles on, take this scope off, put a normal scope on this. As you can see, we still have night vision. Now, this is because the night vision goggles that we're wearing is allowing us to see through the scope. They are changing this so you cannot see through the scopes while you're wearing normal night vision. You will need a night vision scope to be able to see at night through a scope. So, obviously the difference in these scopes are night vision. The outer circumference of the scope, you can't see anything with the Vampire, whereas a normal scope, you can still see outside of the scope, technically. I prefer it like this. I think if you're really focused in a scope, you're not going to be looking around you or, you know, so I think it suits it a lot better. And there you have it. You can still see outside of the scope area while we're like this. Now, it may be with the Vampire, it's blacked out like that because you're so close to the scope itself. If you actually look at this scope, it's quite large. And if you have night vision on, you will blind yourself if you're trying to use a night vision scope, like I just did. Lovely jubbly. New night vision scope, works a treat. I like it. So, just going to take a walk down here. Some of you may recognise this already. It's Suppressor City. And as you can see, we've still got this ambient mist fog that's about. But if you listen closely, there's normal bird sounds. And we are in the city area now. But what they've done is they've removed the ambient sounds from Suppressor City. So the same sounds that you hear at the nuclear site, they've removed them from here. So you no longer get those, you only get the normal ambience of like normal birds and stuff around. As you can see, the deeper we go, it's still not making the sounds. So I know a lot of players were complaining about this. I know a lot of players were still complaining about the ambient fog and stuff as well. But I like that they kept the fog in, myself, in my own opinion. I feel like it gives a bit of an extra challenge to players when they come to loot such a large city. And yeah, no matter how far I go through the city, just normal sounds, normal birds. Lovely jubbly. So I think there is quite a few changes here, quite a few things that people will be happy with. And there's one last thing that I want to share with you. So people were asking for this and they received it because the devs do listen, okay? And it's only a small thing, but it's the small things that matter, especially when people ask for them and the devs give them to them. I think it really shows the commitment that the devs have. And that is the M1 medical helmet, which I feel is a lovely little touch in this game. So we did have a couple more quality of life additions, one of them being eating crickets and earthworms will now give you food repulsion, as well as open finger gloves will now soak much less water. The other ones I've gone through and showed you in detail, and I've shown you a few new features including the new scope and the battery packs and how to use them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, hit that subscribe button. We are very close to hitting our first 1,000 subscriber goal, and I can't thank you all enough. So make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the latest Scum news and content over on the channel. Till the next one. See ya.